Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. Adam here. I've been out getting some mining done, mining my own business here. I got about 2 million magnesium, and I was about to start mining some silver. And now this guy wants to threaten me. So I'm going to come about, because most of my weapons are on the front of this thing. I'd kind of rather not fight. I believe the weapons are already activated and the shields are definitely online. If it's just one drone, we can probably handle this. But I'm going to be ready to run in case we need to if the shields go down. This thing does not have very strong shields. It's got 3 small shield generators because I didn't really have room to put much else on board. But let's give them a good attack profile here. Looks like we got some good hits right off the bat. Backup drones, apparently. Is that, how many drones are we talking about here? I got the radar on, which is actually kind of confusing things here. Apparently, we have a hull breach. What did we lose? Holy crap, they blew a huge hole in the side of the ship. The shields didn't help at all. Shouldn't we be scrapping things, Mr. Build and Repair System? Alright, these are just salvage drones, so they shouldn't be too bad to deal with, I would not think. They're not really going to be able to damage us unless they actually get into contact with us. Well, we have battle damage to repair. I wasn't really expecting to go into a fight, but... Come on, guns. Are they all disabled? Oh god, what was that? We get debris impacting the hull. Alright, well they look like they're all disabled here, so... Turn off the turrets. Let's leave the point defense on. Not sure we're going to get much good salvage out of this, but... Everything still has like an inertial speed it's going at here too, so... Alright, now I should probably figure out, did we just lose the window? What did I just get damaged by? I have oxygen. Where is the hull breach here? Is it this that I left the door open? There should be... I didn't put it in the pressure door here. That's unfortunate. I think it depressurized this whole section. Let's go up to the med room. Get some oxygen here. Well, we survived combat. I gotta find more places to put shield generators, though. And I gotta remember to put on my helmet when we get into combat with this ship, because she is not meant for this. No other contacts on the radar, so I assume we're good. Yeah, it is what happened, isn't it? Like, there was a hull breach up front. What if I seal this? There we go. So it's just the forward section that depressurized. I gotta put in some emergency bulkheads for combat on this ship and keep that in mind. It's a pretty nasty hull breach. I don't know how they managed that. I didn't see any missiles come in. None of the engines were taken out or anything, so that's good. Is there any more wreckage in the vicinity here? Yeah, there's quite a bit. What is that? Another salvage drone, salvage drones. Okay, why are there more salvage drones closing in? I'm gonna move off this way and see about salvaging some of this stuff. Maybe we'll get enough stuff to repair the ship while we're still out here in space. That would be kind of nice. There's my R. Is that privateer coming towards us? It sure is. Were our shields online? They were not online. Well, that was an unnecessary amount of damage. I could have sworn the shields were online. I don't know what the Bellafron is either. That does not sound friendly. I'm gonna deactivate the turrets again and move in on this guy because it's just a salvage drone. Might head back to the space station on the way home and repair the hull before we try to land. I still need to get my silver. Glad I got magnesium because I need some weapons. Try to move into his salvage range here and salvage the salvage drone. Alright, build and repair system. Let's see, is enemy blocks turned on? Alright, so that privateer is still closing in. Fortunately, the shields have had some time to regenerate. Turn everything on for now. Are you not grinding anymore? Nope, still grinding. Very slowly. It's probably just steel plate at this point. I really wish I had activated those shields. I was so confident they were online. Well, should we swing around and fight the privateer? It's a pallet, and I don't really know how tough that's gonna be. Did we collide with something? No, it's welding stuff. I guess we needed steel plate to finish repairs. Alright, Mr. Privateer, what are you doing? Is he fighting the... He might be fighting the wreckage. I think he might be fighting one of the dead salvage drones. I saw a missile go off. I need to set up my buttons. It's annoying having to deal with this. So the point defense turrets are not set to fire on small ships. That's how I want them. Let's swing around and deal with this privateer, and then we'll get back to mining. He might be kind of in a debris field too, so maybe we'll get a little more salvage out of that stuff. These guns kind of destroy stuff too completely. I sort of miss my minigun. Try to close the distance pretty quick here, and then I see lots of sparkles. He is in the debris field, and I think I just saw another missile get fired too. He's shooting at something. Well, let's get our little... It's not quite a Star Destroyer attack pose, but it helps to angle down. That might have been a kill. Whizzed right by. Alright, well, we got some salvage to acquire here. I am going to sit here and salvage for a while. We've definitely completed combat pretty successfully here. That guy died no problem. It looks like there's a lot of them intact actually still too, so hopefully we'll get some more steel plate. We can finish fixing up the hull. And just glad the gun wasn't damaged in the front there. Try to match course and speed here if we can. Alright, so I'm going to stay here salvaging this bad boy for a little bit here. Oh god, this, yeah, no, that's the same target, okay. And that's a civilian ship over there. They shouldn't bother us. Alright, so I'm still out here doing my salvage operation. And it looks like some sort of scatter cannon drone is coming. I don't know what a scatter cannon is. Is that like a space shotgun? I wonder how far away he can fire from. Probably more than the 800 meters I have my gun set to, so we might have to... Probably should swing around. It's a lot more combat than I wanted in a mining ship. Oh, he came into the 800 meters, but I forgot to turn my turret on. The shields hold? I think the shields held. And we kicked his butt. Kicked his butt. Those guns are impressive. Alright, can we not do that, turret? Seems kind of excessive. Make some serious debris fields with this thing. I'll give him that. I really need to take a second and set up my button here so I can turn those turrets on a little easier. See if there's anything worth salvaging on that thing. And I'm gonna get back to mining after we check this out. So yeah, it was sort of like a... I don't even know, like... some sort of Gatling cannon or something, but... I'm very impressed with these Italian weapons, though. They do the trick. Maybe a little bit too much. But it kind of feels like big ships should be able to swat fighters. A lot of careful maneuvering here. Alright, well, I'm going to head back to that asteroid, do a little more salvaging as we pass through, try to get my silver, and return to base after that, because due to a foolish error on my part, the shields were down and we took a lucky hit. That Belafron's still here. Should we go target a Belafron? Do a little piracy in our mining ship? It's a civilian ship. One would think we'd be able to take it out. Let's go be a pirate. I'm feeling bloodthirsty. What direction are they traveling in? This way, so we'll try to cut them off at the pass. And I'm going to remember to reactivate my guns here before we get going too close. Close at 50 for now. Hopefully this is a bigger ship that we won't just obliterate. I always think it's funny how in SE you get that one little blast of the gun. This is very much distracting me from my mining. I'm doing all this mining so I can get a real combat ship with some serious shields and guns and stuff up here. It's like halfway done. It's missing a lot of critical systems, but it would definitely be a lot more suited to this than a mining vessel. But it's kind of personal now that my ship's been damaged. I feel like I want to recoup some of my material cost here. Start slowing her down. I try to match their course and come up kind of slowly behind them, I think. I don't know what this ship has on board. It looks kind of big. Swinging around behind it. If it's big enough, I'll probably try, and enough survives, I'll lock the landing gear so it can't drift away. I still didn't set up my turrets on a shortcut here, which is unfortunate. Alright, we're opening up. Something bad happened. It's sending out a stress signal. Some sort of police fire spark. I'm not really sure what that is. Did he go full speed? There's some of his debris. I think he hit full speed. You jerk. Yeah, we're not catching him. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate indeed. Well, I guess we have the police to deal with. As a wise man once said, F the police. F the police, I should say. Did they leave? We're losing radar contact with them. I'll just return to my mining duties then, I guess. I would not have thought they would give up quite that easy. For some reason my radar only seems to be working at about 5 kilometers. I have it turned up all the way on active, but like it's being super annoying. Keep getting that signal from the Belafron back there and then losing it again. Alright, well, back to mining. Oh! Never mind. Come on, little police ship. Belafron might have gotten away, but you're not going to, buddy. Chunked something. feel like he's been destroyed. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a little salvaging and get back to my asteroid. I'll be back if we get attacked again. Alright, well, I'm out here working on my salvaging, and it looks like 3 more police have showed up. So let's activate the guns again. I'm gonna get back to my asteroid after we dispatch these guys, because I really need that silver now more than ever, because I have a new shield generator I have to replace because I stupidly got this one destroyed, not paying enough attention. Alright, coming in at 800 meters, we should open up on him. Shield impacts. Shields are already in the red, I think. It's not great, but I think he might be dead. Yeah, the shields on this thing suck. Now, are the police just going to endlessly send drones after me, I guess is the question. That will get kind of old. Looks like we wrecked his face pretty good. Try to back up to him and salvage what we can off the main husk of it. Are they dead? That guy's dead now too. Nice. Did these guys actually kind of stop for me? How convenient. Whoa. A little angry there, buddy. Alright, can we stop firing? I think you got him. Alright, just gonna salvage. That ship looks a little bigger than the other ones. The Fire Spark, so hopefully there's some decent stuff. We'll salvage these. If more police show up, I'm gonna return to the asteroid and contend with that. Got a lot of radar contacts here because of all the ships that are blown up around us. Wrong way. 3-dimensional space can be confusing sometimes. I doubt we got anything that has silver from these guys, but you never know. Is that military ship closing in on us? It kind of is. I think we might have pissed off the military. I suppose that makes sense. If the police fail, what do? You call the military in. Well, it might be time to get out of here. I don't think we're going to be fighting a military ship. I wish I could take you with me, my friend. Maybe we can. I don't have a lot of time here, but... now, hopefully the ship will not just take out what if I end up actually succeeding this. It's going to be a little hard because we have so much upwards thrust. Military transport. Oh, I can't tell. Where did it go? Oh, 6 kilometers. We got time. As long as I don't panic. Alright, go up and over. That's a pretty cool ship. I actually like that police Fire Spark. This is not really what this ship is at all intended for, but... I would like to get some scrap for the go. Might have to go all the way back to the planet because I have a feeling that military ship is not going to stop pursuing me. Oh, I had it, but then I messed up. Get it? We got it. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. I'm gonna head back towards the space station and then land from there. Fuel situation's probably good enough. I'm just gonna have to be careful. I would have liked to have picked up some more fuel, but I'm not sure we're gonna have that opportunity with the military ship chasing us, but we'll see. I'm sure at some point something important will be grinded off this ship that we're holding on to, and we'll lose control of it, but... Alright, 80 meters ought to be good enough. Yeah, we're losing him. I think he is going to pursue us, though. It's kind of bad luck for this fire spark. Oh, don't grind away the engine part we're grabbed onto. Come on, man. Grab away the valuable bits. Alright, so I'll probably edit this down because I have a feeling I'm just going to be running from the military for a little bit. I would like to stop off somewhere and get more ice if I could, but I'm not sure that's going to be a thing. That ship is very slowly slowing us down too. That's kind of funny. So if I have a chance to stop, if we lose this guy, I'm going to get some ice before we return and maybe stop off and try to find some silver, but I have a feeling he's going to be relentless in his pursuit. Which means I probably shouldn't lead him straight back to the station. I think I'll probably adjust course when we get to about 15k or so away. Well, we lost radar contact just now with the military ship that's been chasing us. So I'm going to get about another 10k or so and then look for an asteroid with some ice on it and just see if we lost him or not. AIs usually have a magical ability to track you no matter what, but if we change course, he might not. We'll see. In fact, let's change course now. This will be a good test. Kind of looks like one of those asteroids over to the left might even have ice on it, so we'll head to this guy. Of course, I'm using more fuel and trying to find fuel, so it's kind of committing us to mine a little bit. Oh, well, we lost our little friend. Carry on, little friend. Good thing is we have the radar, so we'll have an idea if the guy is pursuing us or not. A little early. Guess I can pull up my landing gear. Be a little more civilized here. This ended up being a lot more eventful of a trip than I expected. If we do find a safe asteroid where I can stop for a little bit, I'm going to patch up the hole before landing, I think, too. Not that it matters much, but it's unsightly. Should probably put some heavy armor around engineering, because I can see the reactor. That's not exactly the best feeling in the world. I'm hoping that's not... There's like a sparkly thing right above that radar dome there. I don't know if that's... YouTube compression will probably get rid of it, but I'm hoping that's not the military ship pursuing us still. I should get some weapons on the space station so we can actually just run back to that if we get ourselves in trouble. Some big guns. It's a crazy universe out here. I am really going to be in trouble if this guy doesn't take the bait. That's very annoying. Radar. Alright, we'll do a nice slow pass of this guy and the little guys up there. Hopefully one of them has some ice on it. I wouldn't mind getting my silver, but I'm kind of worried at this point because we killed a lot of police. And I I sort of have a feeling they're not going to give up so easy, but space is big. You'd think they would have to at some point. Alright, what do we got? My ore detector is still online, right? Yep. Iron. What about the little nodule? Is it really all just iron? Uranium too. Alright, well that's not what we're looking for. I need ice. Is that gold? Not like super looking for gold, but I'll take some gold if I can get it. Although I'm not sure it's wise to stop, like I said. It's kind of a good indicator if we're actually being chased still. Yeah, those shields, like, I wish I could find somewhere to put a large shield generator on, but it doesn't really fit with the purpose of this ship anyway, to have giant shields and stuff. It's not a warship. It needs light shields so it can fend off some rounds from the drones, and that's about it. It's not really meant to engage, but it did well against 3 fighters at once. They were low power fighters, but it still held its own. Ideally, that does look like gold. Ideally, we'd find some ice too. Silver is what I needed more than gold, but there's silver too. No ice though. Well, I'm gonna do some mining. If our friend comes back, I guess we'll just have to ditch. Grab some gold from this side, and then I'll flip over to the other side of the asteroid and grab some silver. Can we see the other asteroid from here? It looks like it has iron. Don't know if it has any ice on it. Now we're definitely going to need ice before we go home, though. But our pursuer seems to have lost us. Getting a little close there, buddy. It's going to be one of those complicated mining operations because the asteroid's small. The small asteroids are nice because it's easy to get to the resources, but it's hard for this design of ship to find anywhere to grab onto is the only problem. Alright, well we're starting our mining operation. I couldn't really find anywhere to latch onto, so I'm just doing the old-fashioned stationary ship, which is going to very slightly turn over time, but not a problem. Since I put the gravity field back on this ship, it does a better job ejecting stuff, so that's good. They still stop at a random distance. Oh, we got a little thing we're stuck on there. Let's see if we can knock that little nodule off here. Wrong way. Try to level her out. These asteroids are challenging sometimes, but it's been a good few minutes and our friend has not showed up. This is not the asteroid I'm going to attempt to do any repairs on. I think we'll do repairs when we find some ice, but I am going to grab, I don't know, a couple 100,000 gold and silver while I'm here, and then we'll go on a quest for ice so we can actually make it down to the surface without crashing. Well, I'm looking at my counter here just to keep a track of how much gold. I want to get about 250,000 of gold and 250,000 of silver, but let's see when the component... We got a decent amount of stuff that we salvaged here, but some of it's weird. Down at the very bottom of this list when it scrolls back up. Come on, scroll. Oh, it's safe. EEMP Pilot Soul. EEM Pilot Soul. I got 2 of those. I have Pilot Souls now, I guess. So that's fun. I should build a little, like, soul catcher somewhere. Maybe I'll build a little cemetery. I don't know. That's kind of strange. Alright, so we are gathering some material right now from this asteroid. So I am going to take a moment to step outside and patch up the hull, because we're actually locked onto this one. And it just seems like an opportune moment to get out there. So let's open up the main hangar. We'll just go out there real quick and deal with this. Alright, that is not a pleasant sight. So what's the damage that actually happened down here? It looks like it's mainly just steel plate that's been blown out. We did have some damage in engineering as well. And I gotta remember to install some doors so we can say, like, some, what do they call those on ships? Like the Titanic had. Not that that's a good example. Like the watertight bulkhead things. We could use some of those. Not really watertight, but you get the idea. Alright, so there's where our shield generator used to be. And the battery survived. Looks like everything else in engineering is just fine. So we just patch this up. Get her repressurized. And we will be good to go. Now, what parts do I need to do all this? Very unfortunate. I think if I just put the shields up, none of this would have happened, but at least it wasn't like a ship crippling kind of thing. It's just kind of inconvenient. Alright, is that symmetrical now? Yeah, the thrusters are all intact. Looks like there was a... Did we lose that light? Yeah, we lost one of the marker lights on the outside. No, the marker light's still there, so it's pretty much just the letters that got blown away. Do I still have letters on here somewhere? I have the letters for Phoenix Base. So we need a T, U, and an R. And we have none of those letters here. Letters? T... I know my alphabet. Don't worry about it. A T, a U, and an R. For some reason, I still get, like, I'm, like, extra careful still when I'm in space. It just freaks me out. Alright, apparently we don't have enough... What are we missing? No, it's welding them. I don't have any idea of what's going on with radar right now because the ship is turned off as far as that stuff goes. Oh god, why are we lagging so much? Did something terrible happen? What's going on with this? Looks like... Definitely need to lower the... I'll do the drill lowering from here while we're in the range. Go to 7.5. That way, by the time we get back up to the bridge, we'll have done another rotation. So, I believe repairs are complete except for that shield generator. So we'll head into engineering and make sure that everything's back online. You know, the sound blocks do a weird thing now where if you're not in range of them, they still play out their whole time. So say you're in, this one's set for like 30 seconds or something. It will keep playing if you don't hear the whole thing. Like when I come back, it'll play, say I'm here for like 10 seconds, it'll play out its remaining time. Let's see if the bay here repressurizes when this closes. Did I hit the close button? Yep, there we go. Oh, missing some parts in here. Let's add those real quick, just for the sake of completion. Alright, sound, I get the point. Sound blocks used to be kind of cool, but I don't know why that changed. It used to work right, now it doesn't. Alright, we're pressurized. Battle damage repaired. Let's go check engineering, though. Now, I can put in the shield generator just as a placeholder. It's probably not a bad idea, so that when we land at the base, we can just get it good to go. I really didn't mean to do that. Oh well. And I suppose it doesn't really matter. I need steel plates. Let's just borrow some from there. Actually, that's a bad idea. Well, it will work. Whatever. I was going to say I won't finish welding it, because that's how that thing works. But if I just do that, it'll be fine. Put that back. And put that back. They won't get completed right now, but that's fine. And everything else is cool. We didn't lose any reactor components or anything. Nothing important happened. Cool. Let's go ahead and shut the door. I should set all these doors on timers like I have them on the other ship as well, so that things stay segmented so we don't vent so much atmosphere in the likelihood that we end up with a hull breach, but whatever. I am going to continue mining this for a little bit, and then we're going to set off for some fuel, some ice, and take this bad boy home. Let's actually see how much silver we got. I don't know if I want much more. Nah, I do need more. 100,000 is not enough. We have like 95, so kind of aiming for about 250. Well, we seem to have depleted our silver supply on this asteroid. We're just kind of into the iron patch here. And weight-wise, I think I'm about as heavy as I want to be. Well, maybe a little more, but we're going to have ice that we're going to be picking up too. So I think I'm going to go down like another couple meters just to pick up a little bit of iron, because always use a little bit more iron. So we'll just go to like 6.66 and call that good. I have a couple known asteroids that have ice on them, so I'll just pop by one of them on the way home and pick up maybe like 1,000,000 ice, so that we have the tank refueled and a little bit to burn on the way down, and hopefully nobody else will give us any trouble, although we gave those police a lot more trouble than they gave us, I suppose, so fair enough, whatever. So I guess it's not really fair to call this asteroid 007 gold silver anymore, because it's really just gold and iron now, so I should probably update that. Yeah, the detector no longer picks up a silver signal on here, and I don't see any more silver. So in 170 something, that's probably as good as we're gonna do. I don't feel like looking for silver anymore. That should be enough to get some shield generator components built for the warship. It's gonna need a lot of them. So I'm gonna go pick up that ice, like I said, and head back home. Hopefully I'll see you on the planet, and we won't run into any more combat. Alright, I just finished mining that, and lo and behold, we got a Reaver Strike Corvette closing in, so I need to get this thing retracted kind of quick here if we can. Let's go ahead and detach. Fold up our... I'm not on the bridge. Need to get to the bridge. Need to not run by the stairs. It's kind of far to the bridge, and I keep taking wrong turns because I'm panicking. I don't want to fight a Corvette. I just got this bucket put back together. We got enough stuff that I just need to lose this guy, and then we need to pick up some ice, and we'll be good to go. So undock, pull that up. Piston, has that one retracted? That one has. Turn off. Reverse. Thrusters engaged. Let's... Well, we got time. I'm gonna wait. Wait till we properly stow this thing. No sense moving around with a giant piston hanging off. He's almost certainly coming for us. And a Corvette sounds a little scarier than anything I want to contend with right now. So I'm going to head, I think, our landing site's there. So I think I want to head that way so we can kind of come in straight away. Space is kind of scary, yo. Kind of the only problem with a mining rig like this is that I can't pack it up super quick if we come under attack. But we can start moving off now. I'm just a little worried about it bouncing around too much, but we'll turn off the inertial dampeners, start drifting away here if we can. We're already getting farther away. Maybe he's not pursuing. Because I'm not even going very fast. I don't think he noticed us. Well, if that's the case, that's pretty handy. Yeah, I think he's just carrying on his merry way. So let's put a little more distance between us if that's the case. It's GTFO here. And then we'll go find our ice and head home. should make sure there's no asteroids in our immediate path here while we're on our way up. Apparently we're moving out of range and it feels the need to beep a lot at me. Let's see, asteroid with ice. Let's just check out that one. And a corrupt scouting drone is coming in on us. I'd like to just get my ice, but apparently nobody wants me to get my ice. So we're going to see what happens with this before I try getting it. There's not very much ice here. I'm just trying to top off my ice tank before we leave. Let's make sure our shields are actually online here. For what they're worth, they are. Alright, scouting drone, what are you gonna do? Why is the rear gun not firing? Is it offline? No, it's tracking now. We didn't run out of ammo, did we? We've been shooting an awful lot. I have to turn the point defense onto small ship targeting. Let's look at our inventory here. I think we might have run out of ammo, which is not great. No, we have a couple shots in the forward starboard gun, but that's it. Is he gone? I think he left. Just let me get my ice. Is there ice on that one? There might be ice on that one too. It looks like it might be magnesium. I can't tell, but need to get this done. And I don't think I'm going to be able to dock with this asteroid, so we're going to have to do yielding maneuvery stuff here. So here we go. Hopefully there's a decent amount of ice on this. It does look pretty big, so hopefully we can get fueled up and get back down to the surface. I've got a lot of stuff on board now. Like, let's actually look. Or is this scrolling the wrong way, isn't it? Something like 2 million magnesium. I think it's about 250,000 or 300,000 iron. We'll see in a second here. A little bit of silicon. I didn't even want that. I have way too much at home already. But yeah, like 360, that's a lot of iron. I don't know if I want to carry all that down. But we'll see. Where is this ice actually located? It's somewhere in this rock. I really can't tell. I don't see any ice on the surface, so we'll probably have to burrow our way in a little ways. How close when we get the drills down is it? It's pretty close, because I'm like 30 meters up, and I think it's telling me that distance from the cockpit, so it's fairly close to the surface. I'm going to try to park myself here, pick up some ice, and be on my merry way. Is that all ice there? What is that? It kind of looks like the whole side is ice. I can't really tell. This might be one that's worth getting out and doing a little bit of a spacewalk to get an angle on. Let's do that. It's hard to tell from that view sometimes. It's a big asteroid, so I can't really get any good angles on stuff here, so we'll just pop out and have a look. That thing's going to drive me crazy, the build and repair system, because it's missing the shield component, so it just keeps clicking. Fortunately, I can't hear it from the bridge, but I could hear it when I was walking by there. I should just deactivate it, but I kind of want it on in case we run into trouble. So, what are we looking at down here? There's magnesium. Something might have just spawned in. That makes me very uncomfortable. I don't really see the ice, so I'm assuming it's just down. Oh, there's the ice. That was right. It is plainly visible, so I'm going to maneuver around here. Oh, this is ice I already drilled out of. I've been to this asteroid. I recognize that shape. That is the mark of my ship. So, just get back into drilling this, I guess. Alright, well, I'm feeling like we got enough fuel, and I am going to head out. We got 538,000 ice left, and we have about 98% full. By the time I get this retracted and departed, we'll be back up at full fuel, and I'm gonna set course for home. So battle damage has been repaired, everything's back to the way it was. We got lots of good stuff here to process, and I'll hopefully see you on the surface in one piece. Here we go, another exciting landing. Alright, we're not too badly loaded. It can still brake pretty well. And we're almost at full gravity again. Gonna waste a little fuel here and just try to keep our speed from getting out of hand here. Looks like we can stop in a few hundred feet. Where's the base? We drifted kind of far off course. Damn recording screen. I gotta remember that that happens, but I keep forgetting. Alright, so I'm gonna get our altitude stabilized here in a minute. We're gonna burn fuel pretty quick from here on out. I think we've already gone through the ice we had on hand, so it's kind of important to get moving here. This is the stressful part about hydrogen. We do not have a ludicrous amount of time. I kind of like using the atmospheric thrusters more for that, but this ship is just kind of impractically heavy for that, especially needing to get to space. Oh man, we've already used 10%. We might have come out too far. Very difficult to properly line up a landing, in my opinion. I'm not that great at it. I was using the bottom facing camera I have to get kind of close, but 3 kilometers out is kind of crappy. As long as we don't panic, I think we'll be alright here. Let's get our landing gear optimistically deployed. I don't like landing with too much more than this much weight. The ship's capable of handling almost twice as much cargo, but I always remember at a time like this, the story of, I think it was Neil Armstrong piloting the Eagle LMV. Like, they had like a couple seconds worth of fuel left by the time he touched down, because everything, they were like slightly off course or whatever, and he was like, well, we're landing one way or another, because he was not going to abort. And we're not even in the position of having a choice, but I feel like we got enough fuel. It really does come down to just not panicking. We're almost over the target. We got 75% thereabouts left, so we've got a lot of time left to maneuver. You're dealing with big, heavy things. It's always good to just kind of take it slow. The clock is kind of an issue in terms of fuel, but it's a bigger issue if we end up crashing into something. Especially with the shields on the base, because I have a feeling that would get glitchy and terrible. 5 million kilograms coming crashing down would probably be a little rough. Alright, we need to get more of the upwards angle so we have some clue. Apparently we're welding some stuff. Fortunately, we landed during sunset, so we got nice long shadows to kind of help give me an idea of my altitude. Shadows are nice. I believe the moon landing actually used shadows too. I know whenever I play Kerbal, shadows are important. Make life a lot easier. Darkness is bad, shadows are good. We bumped one of the bumpers, that's fine. therefore, we're gonna have like half of our fuel left. We got time to spare, as long as we can hit the bumper. Alright, ship, roll in. I have to have these bumpers because it's just like too much to get the landing gear and everything aligned without them, but they have to be a pretty tight fit in order to ensure our alignment. Looks pretty good. Let's just center up. Get the old push forward again. And another downward thrust, and thrusters off. Landing gear locked. Safe and sound. So how much did we end up making it down? We got 47.3% fuel. Bunch of random supplies, and let's wait for this to scroll back up so we can see how much material we actually made it back with. $10K of silicon, 364 iron, 171 silver, 237 gold, and 2 million of magnesium. So we'll be able to make lots and lots and lots of weapons. So I'm going to head over to, before we dock this up and deal with everything here, I'm going to head over to the ship that's under construction, and we'll have a little look at that. Now, it needs probably a whole nother trip to find silver and gold again, because there's a lot of superconductors and stuff that are needed for the design that I'm going with, and shield components, that sort of stuff. Especially because there's going to be 2 large shield arrays on board. But as we will see, I put some pretty, like, I'm experimenting with some of the gimbal lasers for some of the heavier defenses on that ship. I'm hoping to be able to kind of punch through even some of the larger ship defenses using the gimbal lasers that I have, because you can actually hook up all kinds of boosters and such. But the front end's relatively unchanged. Got a couple incomplete lasers here, all the lasery stuff. There's actually 3 of these large T2 power sources for each of these, so that should do a pretty good job. Got a lot more of this constructed. Starting work on the rear hangar, because every ship needs a hangar that I build. It's not really a capital ship without that. And engineering and all that stuff got enclosed quite a bit too. So I have to find places for the shield generators still. And this is all relatively done like it's going to be. I got sorters in here. This is all going to be ammunition storage. There's actually 6 cargo containers with sorters and all that. So we'll be able to carry lots of ammunition. I need to find a spot for some spare parts and stuff like that somewhere on here too, but we'll deal with that later. And I guess I'm going to get back to construction and just call this an episode for today. I'm not going to really show a lot of building because this is all very fiddly stuff. I just kind of come out here and work on stuff. It's not exactly the best. Like, I end up placing stuff and deleting it a bunch and everything, but let's go up to the control room here and be lazy. I'm not going to take the stairs and fly. For these ships that, you know, the big ships, I'm going to have these buttons and stuff controlling everything. So you can see here it doesn't show anything as being docked, but if we hit connect or switch, it should connect, yep. And we start getting our data, so we got all of our supplies there. And the status of stuff, the reactor's still on, so we'll want to shut that down because I don't really like leaving on. It's going to refuel from the base. Everything's good. So thanks for watching. Get all this stuff processed. It's going to take forever, and I will see you next time.